This is Time of Grace's room. This is all going to change because they're doing a complete equipment overhaul.
Oh.
So this is going to be temporary, and I'll just show you the few things that I know. Nia has put step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 instructions for people who are on 922. Mike Flintz has been trained. She's training Dave Nevins. Billy is now part of Time of Grace, and he knows how to do all this stuff. So there's not much to get too deep in here.
Yeah.
I'll just give you the overview. This is the recording decks. This is where she records each individual camera and her cut mix for editing for Time of Grace at a later time. We do not mess with this because we have no reason to record it. Except we could record the center camera for digital ministry, social media posts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She does record that isolated center camera, and I think she did train Mike to do the same thing so that we get a clean cut of the sermon for social media purposes. And these are where the fiber from each camera comes into. So these actually turn on and control the cameras.
Wow.
And then she has a spectrometer like at St. Peter, and her video switchers down here, and a comm unit, speaker unit, and stuff like that. And then this is her audio, where her audio comes in. This is her color controller for each of the cameras, and then her switcher. This is what we just got at St. Peter, that we can switch. She uses the same thing. This is very standard one to use. This is her little drive unit, and then the back camera, which I think they're going to be replacing. It has not been working well. This computer kind of controls that and allows her to log into that camera.
That's
remotely.
the one on the stage?
On the stage, yeah, which has not been working and is not a great shot, and I don't even know if they're using it that much. Okay. So
now where's the wall camera?
The back wall camera is only controlled at our touch panel.
Oh, they don't control it?
They don't control it, nor do they have a feed of it.
Oh, okay.
So there's no use for that camera for them. So that's just ours.
Yep. Didn't you say you sent a feed of the live
Correct.
stream?
Yep. So down underneath is another box right there. Yeah. So you're going to see a lot of the same things: tie lines, audio, SDI, network tie lines, audio returns, control networks, intercom, all of that stuff. We put that all in here. Dante, you even put connections for Dante in here. That's what I did when I tested the live stream mixing in here. You can plug into Dante here. So here she's getting, Craig had designed 4 returns for her, which I believe are the 2 audience mics and Pastor Mike's primary and his backup microphone. So Craig designed it so that she could get a raw signal of those things that is not affected by anything that we're doing out there. That's how we designed it, so she could get her stuff. And I believe that's where it's coming in out of there and coming into the mixer here.
Okay.
And then from here, it's getting sent into her unit and recorded with her recording stuff. So what we did is she had extra channels on here, and can we get Pastor Michael's mic so that I could do Q&A Sunday? Mm-hmm. So she had an open one, and here's a microphone cable. So this is the one that I patched into a tie line. And here's coming out of that tie line from the audio booth. And I sent that up and plugged it into her mixer here. So now it's getting a feed of Pastor Michael right into here. It's turned up on her unit and getting sent and recorded with her stuff.
Cool.
So that's exactly why we put those tie lines in, is so we could, if something came up like that, we had a way to patch audio from room to room without running a cable and taping it down where everybody walks. We also used an SDI tie line. Used a couple of them, actually. One of those is the drum cam. Yep. So we patched that cable in the rack into one of the production room, the SDI tie lines, came out, and I had to mess with her stuff and found on her switcher an input that we could use that would show up on her screen, and then she could cut to it. So that's how we got the drum cam here. We do, I think, have a few more lines yet, so we could It depends on they're redoing their whole system. So
Wow.
it could look different. We may not need anything. One thing Billy and I talked about, and we actually started purchasing, we have it, is a wireless transmitter for a mobile camera.
Oh.
That we could mount an antenna either in here or drill a hole in the wall and mount it on the wall out there, that a mobile person would have an antenna on their camera and transmit a signal and SDI it into her unit, and she'd have a mobile camera that she could work with. So that was on our plans, and we just haven't gotten there yet because we need volunteers to run those cameras. They're doing a complete overhaul of everything. So haven't gotten there yet, but having a mobile camera or two would be nice for an extra shot, especially for the music.
Okay.
Beyond that, I think as far as production with 922, it's just understanding what Nia has and what Billy has for inputs here and what we can jump in on for cameras for the live stream versus what they need to record for Time of Grace. Just having that conversation and staying up to speed on all that stuff.
Okay.
But other than that, we did add a production feed. That's what I used the other tie line for, because we had that SDI splitter that I pointed out at the very end, and inside there it's hard to see. We needed one more feed because the guys in here wanted to see what did the overlay look like, because here they don't see that because that's put on afterwards in the chain.
Yep.
They just wanted to see what it looked like with the overlay and what was going on out there with videos. Like they couldn't even see when a video was on the screen, like what the live stream was seeing.
Right.
So I sent that feed here, got a little SDI to HDMI converter to plug it into a computer monitor so that they can turn that on and see what the live stream is seeing if they want to.
Okay.
So that's what that is. Everything else I think is mostly Time of Grace and not really much for us to be concerned about. So that should do it.